State your name.
Sean Taylor.
What's your position?
I'm VP of Product Development, basically the M2 designer.
What's your favorite food?
Mexican. Hey guys, this is Sean from M2. I'm the M2 designer, and we're gonna take some Q&A questions, and let's see. Okay, Ridge, thank you for the question first off. It's a little complicated and weird. Okay, so we're here at M2 Machines, but back in the day, the original owner of M2 owned Funlines, which produced muscle machines, and I was an employee there back in 2004, 2005, something like that, when I started. We did a hobby line, and the hobby line's name, we called it M2 for muscle machines, basically squared, or the MM with just the 2 on top. I designed that logo for muscle machines at the time, and we reproduced 2 cars, a chrome 1969 Camaro and a Mike LaValle flamed 1950 Mercury, and those went out. And then after the company was sold, after a few years later, the original owner started M2 Machines because he remembered that name back from Muscle Machines, and so he put machines back after the M2. So M2 Machines, Muscle Machines. So we get a lot of our DNA here at M2 from our Muscle Machine days. So yeah, it's an interesting question we get from time to time, but basically a lot of M2 machines, the DNA is from Muscle Machines. You could Google the Muscle Machines M2, you'll see some of the 18 scale cars on eBay and stuff, and you know, at some point I might have to show a video of it, because it's actually kind of cool that I did design both logos for the M2 at Muscle Machines, and then also this new M2 logo here at M2 Machines. I know it's weird, but it happened. Hey Jarvis, I am great. It's a busy time of the year. We kind of slow down a little bit right now towards the end of the year, but we're working on a bunch of new stuff for 2019. And the holiday season's coming really soon, so a lot of our companies we work with to get licensing and approvals, they're going to start taking off and stuff. So right now, kind of the slowdown, and we'll get ready to get back at it hardcore in 2019. But thanks for asking. I hope you're doing great and have a great holiday season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. That's a tough one. Buying from us, we do not sell directly to the customer at all. Very few occasions when we do, it's usually at a trade show or a die-cast show. We'll take a small number to sell. But as a company, we don't sell. That's why we have distributors. You can check out, just off the top of my head, MJ Toys or Funlines. You can check our website, Where to Buy, and there's a link on Where to Buy. And it also comes down to certain licenses that we do have. While we have the rights to make them, we do not have the rights to sell them all the time to the entire world. Some of our licensing agreements are only for North America, including the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and sometimes we're not allowed to sell outside those regions. But our cars do make it, because once we sell them to, say, a distributor, the distributors then sells it onto those countries. We cannot sell directly to certain countries. It's a case by case on certain manufacturers and licenses and whatnot. It's all complicated stuff that I don't work with that often, thankfully. I design the cars and make them look cool. But thank you for the question. The most popular selling M2 model. Well, recently it seems like a lot of the Volkswagens, the classic Volkswagens and the classic Japanese cars, and of course 57 Chevys and Camaros and Mustangs, Shelbys, always seem to sell well. So you can't really go wrong with 57 Chevys, Camaros, Mustangs, a couple of other muscle cars. But yeah, especially in the more populated area, especially here in Southern California, I've never seen on our shelves here locally any of our classic VWs or even the Auto Japan sets. They seem to just kind of go real quickly, and I know it's just, you know, and you're not going to see that across the board. Certain areas and regions, certain things don't move and stuff, so it's just certain sellers. Oh, 49 Mercs. A lot of the 49 Mercs sell really well. The custom version, the one with the chopped top and lowered. And you can kind of see by our promo cars, the ones that people do for promotional events and stuff. Those are kind of definitely lean towards the more popular vehicles and stuff. But there's really no one clear-cut winner right now, I would say. Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of one particular car. Like I said, 57 Chevys, Camaros, and Mustangs do well all the time. Thank you. Police cars are cool. We've done some police cars, the more fantasy, not actually having them with an actual connected to an actual police agency or an actual law enforcement city or town or anything like that, or state. We've been approached in the past on a couple of things and stuff, but we don't. We mainly make the classic cars and stuff. So a lot of these agencies, we don't have four-door sedans that they're looking for and stuff, and we're not going to. The newer cop cars really don't interest us. We like to keep the classics going. So it's kind of, we'll see. I mean, there's really no plans right now for a police car, like actual authentic one. We'll do some fantasy ones, like fantasy police stuff. But yeah, it's kind of tough because the agencies actually want the exact car that they actually had back in the day and stuff, and we can't just keep tooling up these, you know, cars that maybe don't have mass appeal outside a police car. You know, a certain four-door sedan, a stalker, you don't really want to buy every color combination, and you can't really hot rod it out or flame it out and make it look kind of cool. So that's a tough one, but at some point it'd be kind of cool to do some authentic stuff. But right now we're kind of locked in on the fantasy stuff. Thank you for the question, though. Good question, Nathan. We have sold on Amazon in the past. It kind of didn't really work for us. We're trying to figure what would work for us best on that. So currently, we do not sell on Amazon. What you're seeing are third-party sellers selling on Amazon. It's not fulfilled by Castline or M2 machines here. So those are third-party sellers, like some dealers and whatnot, and stuff like that. So we do have a relationship with Amazon. We're trying to figure out a better way to use it, and hopefully in the near future we'll work out something. But thank you for the question, though. Good question, Junior. I get that from time to time. What's your favorite casting? I kind of always tell them it's the next one I'm working on. Oh man, it's so hard. Personally, I love 57 Chevys and Camaros and Chevelles. I'm a Chevy GM guy. But there's some castings from other castings that work good for the company that you could just put on almost anything and it just looks awesome. I mean, like the Ford Econolines are awesome to work on. They have beautiful real estate that you can put graphics and logos. One that I like too is the 1971 Dodge Charger, because that one's they have so many different versions and paint schemes and options and different hoods. You can make it a Super B, you can make it an RT, you could have different engines and stuff and different rims and I mean just a lot of stuff. Favorite casting, damn. Like I said, it's always the next one I'm working on because I get so involved making the new casting, and it's just it's just cool to work on the new things before anybody else sees them. But darn, I love our '69 Camaro. I think it's the best '69 Camaro out there. Of course, I think a lot of our stuff's the best out there. Our 49 Merc is really cool though. The custom one with the chop top and the lowered suspension. That's a darn good casting. You could do just about anything to that guy too. Ah, man. So let's go with the 49 Merc right now. Thank you. Jeeps. Jeeps are an interesting one. Jeeps are cool. You possibly might see something in the near future, maybe. Maybe. But thank you for the question. Vava, it's great. I mean, being a die-cast car designer, I get to play with toy cars all day. This is the job that you want. If I tell people a lot, all the time actually, if you ever won the lottery, I wouldn't want to start a die-cast company. I just want my job, the fun job, developing castings, doing all the graphics and packaging and everything like that. You know, doing everything from the stock stuff to the flames to custom bits and pieces. That's the fun job. I mean, you know, I just want to sit in front of my computer and design these cars all day long. When we go to meetings, I often get like bummed because then you start hearing like, we got to charge back for this. This is going to cost this. We have, the container got held in port, the shipping on this, and dealing with all this other stuff. And it's just like, I just want to, like I said, want to sit in front of my computer and design cars all day. If I could do that, I'm happy. But no, it's an awesome job. I've been very blessed and fortunate to do this now for almost 15 years, starting back at Muscle Machines. Muscle Machines. And yeah, it is awesome. Believe me, I don't take it for granted. That's why I work really hard, and I try to push everything that we do. Not because I wake up every day just wanting to kick everybody else's butt. That's honest truth. So I mean, push the designs, push everything as good as we can get it, as tight, the graphics, everything. So thank you for the question. Yes, there is a new Pez hauler release. It is a very limited release. I want to say on the top of my head about 3,000 pieces, and there is a chase car version. I believe we're going to put up information on that thing really soon. I don't want to give out the wrong number. The chase is probably 500 or 750 pieces. I can't think about it on top of my head. But we just keep track of our M2 social media, and we'll probably be putting up the information very soon. But thank you for the question. Hey, Mark. We would love to do Toyotas. Unfortunately, currently, as of this video, Toyota is not granting any new licenses. If you have a Toyota casting, a previous existing casting rather, you're grandfathered in, but we have checked for the past year or so, maybe longer, and trying to work on that. And Toyota, for some reason, is not granting new licenses currently, and that's it. And we heard from others. It's not just us; it's other different types of products, not just diecast. That Toyota is not granting licenses at this time. We do not know what's going on. They said no, and that's where it is right now. I'd love to do some vintage Toyotas, believe me. Hopefully in the near future. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that Q&A. Let us know. Please comment below if you want to do this again. We'll take time and answer questions as honestly and thoroughly as we can. Please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.